Here we are given the explicit formula of a sequence, and we have to write its recursive sequence. So recursive sequence, this is basically expressing nth term of a sequence uh, in terms of previous term of the sequence. So let's see how to write this recursive sequence. For that, first we have to understand the sequence. So first, let's figure out the first few terms of this sequence. So I'm going to plug in n equal to 1 into this explicit formula, and this gives a of 1. This equals negative 9x plus 2x times replace n by 1. So it becomes 2x times 1, and this gives negative 9x plus 2x, and this equals negative 7x. Now let me plug in n equal to 2. So basically I'm finding the second term, which is written as a2, and this equals negative 9x plus 2x times of replace n by 2. So it becomes 2x times of 2, and this equals negative 9x plus 2x times 2 is 4x. Now we have negative 9x plus 4x, and this equals negative 5x. Now let me plug in n equal to 3, and this gives a of 3, and this equals negative 9x plus 2x times of 3, and this equals negative 9x plus 2x times of 3 is 6x. Negative 9x plus 6x equals negative 3x. So here we have listed the first few terms, that is three terms. So you can write down the sequence. The first term, which is a1, is negative 7x, and the next term is negative 5x, and the third term is negative 3x. So we could definitely see a pattern over here. That is, every term is obtained by adding 2x with the previous term. That is, we get negative 5x when we add 2x to the term negative 7x, that is the first term, and we get negative 3x when we add 2x to the previous term, negative 5x. And likewise, we can also write down the next few terms. That is, we have to add positive 2x to get the fourth term. That is, negative 3x plus 2x is negative x. And likewise, we will add plus 2x to this term, negative x. And when we do that, we get the next term. That is, the fifth term of the sequence is x. So this is the sequence. So here we see that a1 equals negative 7x, and this is part of the recursive sequence. We have to mention a1, and we can also write down the nth term, and in this is in terms of the previous term of this sequence. So we can write down this as a sub n minus 1, which represents the previous term to the nth term, plus 2x, because every time if we have to find out the sequence of the next term, we basically add 2x to the previous term. So considering this as negative 3x, this is obtained if we consider this as a nth term of the sequence. The previous term, this is a sub n minus 1. With this, if we add 2x, we get this nth term. This is nth term. So this is the recursive sequence, and this recursive formula holds good only when n equal to or n is greater than 1. So we have written the recursive sequence with the a1 equals 7x, and a of n equals a sub n minus 1 plus 2x. So this basically represents the recursive sequence formula.